can you imagine that Mariah Carey makes 2.5 million every year with one song? $2.5 million every year from one song that she and her musical partner at the time wrote, called All I Want for Christmas Is You. When she did a Christmas album back in the days, it was not something that people did a lot. She already had like 1 or 2 successful albums, and then she released this album with that particular track called All I Want for Christmas Is You. And that song, in the last 25 years, every time there's Christmas, it just became the Christmas song. And because it became the Christmas song, every time we arrive to the month of December, you can hear this track in every shopping center all around the world, every store, to the dentist, to the hospitals, to everywhere, on TV, advertisings, etc. And this generates to her and the other person that owns 50% of the song. I'm sorry that I don't like this as a creator. Let me see. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Writers. All right. So it is Mariah Carey and Walter Afanasieff. Those are the two who are making 2.5 million every year from one song. And the beauty of this is what? Is that making a classic is a great thing, but making a song that really become part of culture, this is another level. Because whenever you think of Christmas, you're gonna have that song. You're gonna have that song in movies. You're gonna have that song in radios. You're gonna have that song streaming like crazy, and it's gonna generate an amount of money that you don't even need to ever do another song. That's the crazy part. And she has a lot of songs, but this one, soon as Christmas comes, it's over. And as an artist, listen, I know only maybe another 2 songs like these. Let me try to think. Yeah, that come to my mind right now. There's the Happy Birthday to You of Stevie Wonder, and Go, It's Your Birthday, We're Gonna Party, like from 50 Cent. Those 2 songs, every time there's a birthday, this is the one everybody use in restaurants, in parties, etc. So imagine when you create songs that become, oh yes, very, very, very true. Moses, George Michael, Last Christmas, added to the list. These type of songs are the type of songs that when you have one, it's over. Last Christmas, gave you my... Oh, listen. Exactly. Those songs, you can go back to your childhood, and those songs are already there, playing every time there's a Christmas. And this is why personally, I create music because I love music, but I also tend to try to sometimes, try to create one of those songs. I have a track called Happy Birthday. Of course, it's not a hymn like this, but every time I'm celebrating somebody's birthday on my Instagram, I use my Happy Birthday song, because you never know who's gonna use that song on TikTok or on Instagram, and then make it blow up. It can be today, it can be tomorrow, it can be next year, it can be in 10 years. At least I put the mind in there for you guys to step on. And the strategy here is very interesting. Birthdays, weddings, eating, sadly dying, Christmas, Easter, what else? Celebrations of graduation, anniversaries, all these things that we celebrate in our in culture every year, Halloween, etc. Like all these very commercialized from the globalized Western world terms and parts of the culture. If you can create the soundtrack of that moment, it's over. It's over. And you can do a track like Mariah Carey. You do a track like this one. Can you imagine you make 2.5 million every year? What else you need? On top of the rest of the songs that she has. Just from the not only from the streaming, but just from the copyright, because it gets played on all the radios around the world. So she gets 50%. Her and I forgot his name already. I'm sorry. Her and the composer are making 2.5 million every year from intellectual rights, mechanical rights, performance rights. And I saw a movie on Netflix, and the movie started with that song. So licensing rights, like when you have a song like this, it's over. I believe at least, yeah, a song about your parents. And I believe that the thing is this, is understanding how to not only make music for fun, for self-expression, and because it's your passion, but also understand that you can also, on top of that, create music to try to tap in the market of forever. Like the market of forever is a crazy market. Listen, I'm lucky to have a lot of bangers. I'm lucky to have timeless classic songs like One Love, like Rebound Chick for Nelson Freitas, Deeper for Nelson Freitas, Raquel, On dit quoi, Question My Heart, Fiona, Bounce Baby, Téléphone, tracks I did for Sumia, Mes Sentiments, tracks I did for Eligio, Melodia, tracks I did for Les DS, On a changé, all these tracks. These are timeless songs that people love to this day, but they are, because a whole generation and maybe the generations after are, this is a soundtrack of a special moment in their lives. And I'm super lucky that to have probably 20 or 25 tracks of that level. And these tracks are the reason why I can say no to shows if people don't want to pay me the amount I want, or don't want to fly me the way I want or the hotel I want. I can be this way because of those songs and the fact that people in the streaming world are streaming them like every month, the same number of streams, like for years and years and years. So it becomes just a long-term ever evergreen revenue. But if I could have, trust me, a forever part of culture song, like happy birthday, like Merry Christmas. Listen, Merry Christmas in Kizomba, a happy birthday in Kizomba or Zouk or Kompa, that will play in every Zouk party every time it's Christmas time, or every Kompa party. Listen, can be a Jersey club. Listen, you can even do this for every style. Listen, once you have a track like this, you can remix it how you want. But the beauty here of that song is that once you create that song, that every time the season, it starts snowing in and the song start playing everywhere, because people know that this song is synonymous with Christmas. Once you have a track like this, listen, it's infinite money. Just dong, dong, every time, boom. And I'm not talking about all the covers, all the people from the next generation that will take your song and re-sing them, and you do a new version, do a house music version, an Afro house version, a Zouk version, this, that version. You keep making your intellectual rights for every version that exists. So imagine when you are in that position, like Mariah Carey, and whatever you do, listen, whatever you do in Christmas, you make 2.5 million. Listen, me, with what I make every month from my small catalogs of hits, I'm already like telling promoters, hey, listen, I only fly this way. This is my price, and I don't care. I'm not here to negotiate. And I have like people that handle this. Like, I don't talk to people. Hey, go talk to that person. The people know how I want to work, and they don't care about the rest. And if you start, it's a small club, conversation over. If I made $1 million every year, listen. Do you imagine you could buy an apartment every year? You could invest in a restaurant every year. You could invest in so many different things. You could do a lot of different things every year, and you could be like me. Listen, we're talking about $1 million every year. That's a lot of money. But listen, 100K every year. Let's not be crazy. If you made 100K every year from one particular song, you could, because it can free your stress of this idea that you need a hit to survive. Because usually when you do a hit, it's kind of random. You do a song, one radio plays it, somebody hears it, boom, it becomes a hit. It's not something that you can really calculate. You know how to make good music, but everybody else know how to make good music too. What makes a hit is something that you don't really control. But once you have one, you are now in a position where you can go back to making music for pleasure. Just release tracks and, let a hit surprise you. Because when you need to do a hit so that you can keep working, then music becomes stressful. But once you have, listen, I'm going to talk about myself. I've been having songs that are making me cool for 15 years now. I've been cool. My rent has been paid. When I wake up, probably. But when TikTok made something going on, the remix blow up, my whole catalog and the rest of my songs multiply by 2. So my revenue since last year has multiplied by 2. And I was already comfortable, but I was, yeah, every year, every month when I receive my money, I know exactly what goes in the rent, what goes here, and after that, what is money for life day to day. But once your money double, now you can really go back to making music for the pleasure of making music, and you can take time to study the market and understand where are all these little tricks that you can do to have that one song that will be in the market forever. And yeah, it can be a Christmas song. Listen, it can be a birthday song in Portuguese in Bossa Nova. It can be a birthday song in Amapiano. There's no birthday Amapiano song. It can be an Afrobeat happy birthday song that if it arrives in the right place with the right Nigerian person, and now all the DJs, when it's the birthday, that's the song they play, mission accomplished. There's so many things that we can do. And listen, kudos to Mariah Carey, Stevie Wonder with Happy Birthday, 50 Cent with In the Club, rest in peace George Michael with Last Christmas, and there's probably other songs like these for finding that magic song. And me personally, it's not something that I'm obsessed with, but listen, every time I study these stories, I just take notes and I'm like, okay, I need to do a birthday song. So I have one already. Actually, I'm about to put it today on TikTok, my birthday song. So I have the birthday song. I don't have a Christmas song, but next year I'll just put one in the market just to see. I have a few songs that like One Love that people use for weddings, but I don't have a Marry Me, for example. I have Everlasting that I wrote when I got married to my wife, and that I actually used for my wedding. But I don't have a Let's Get Married, for example. Or I have a song called My Wife. That is true. But it's very personal. And because I say it's on a Thursday that I made you my wife, it might only for people that get married on Thursday. But I could do a marriage song, or Let's Get Married, or another Happy Birthday. I could call this HB2, or I could remix this one in another style. I could do listen. And it's not something that I'm not obsessed about it, but hey, listen, if you can do it and you can tap in a infinite money, listen, in the world of streaming, that's what you want. That's what